Hello my dear students, welcome back to class of Harisar Physics. Today I am going to discuss one of the important topic, Wheatstone bridge. There is a possibility get for 5 marks in NCERT board examination, and as well as there is a possibility get numerical problems basing on the Wheatstone bridge in the NEET point of view and the JEE point of view. Today I am going to teach you in a easy way. That much easy way I will teach you this Wheatstone bridge concept. Don't skip and don't forward and see this video. You can observe step by step. This Wheatstone bridge is one of the applications of Kirchhoff laws. It will work on the based on the Kirchhoff both the laws, current law and the voltage law. So here this Wheatstone bridge contains 4 arms. 4 arms containing 4 resistors. I am going to take this is a resistor P. This is the resistor Q. This is resistor P, this is resistor Q, this is resistor R, and this is the resistor S, and it is connected with a galvanometer between the points B and D. Here battery E is there, so here you can take the current is going to start from the negative to positive. So I'm going to start here. Current is traveling from the lower potential to higher potential, so this is current. If we come to the point A, here junction is there. We know from the junction rule the current is going to divide. So here some part of the current I am going to consider that is the current as I1. Here some part of the current will flow through this resistor is I2. Then this I1 up to here. Again we have the one more junction here. So if we take up to here current is I1. This current is going to split I1 current is going to split here through the galvanometer. I am going to take the galvanometer Ig. So then what about the remaining current? So total is I1. You can write that is as a I1 minus Ig. So that I am going to take as a I3. Now here current I2. I2 is flowing. Up to point D is I2 is flowing. So up to here is I2. And again galvanometer current is also joining here. So here this is total entering currents. We know entering currents can be added. So I2 plus Ig. So I'm going to take that is as a I4. So once I am telling you children, here current I is going to divide. So this is I1 and here is I2. At this point B again it will split. So this is current as I1 here. Here some current is flows through the galvanometer. So I'm going to take this Ic. Then remaining current will be flows through this resistor Q. So that is I1 minus Ic, that is equal to I3. Then here also this I2 will be flowing towards D and Ig current is also flowing towards D. So both will be moved towards S. So I2 plus Ig I am going to take as a I4. Here we have the 2 junctions. I am going to take this point B and point B and point D. I am going to take at point B. Here point B. So here point B is there. I am going to apply Kirchhoff current law here. Kirchhoff's current law here. At this point P, here current I1 is flowing. Here current Ig is leaving. So here I1 is entering, Ig is leaving, and again you can write I3 is also leaving. We know from the Kirchhoff's current law, sum of the entering currents is equal to the sum of the leaving currents. I1 is entering, so I am going to write I1 is equal to, we can write Ig and I3 is leaving. So directly you can write I3 plus Ig. Similar way you can take point D, you can take here. This is the point D I am going to take. If you observe point D, here Ig current is entering towards point D. Ig current is entering towards D. And if you take I2 current is entering towards the point D, and whereas I4 current is leaving. Similar way, same rule you can apply here. I2 plus Ig. I2 plus Ig is equal to, you can write as a I4. I2 plus I is equal to I4. Now I am going to apply loop rule. We have the 2 loops. This is a loop 1 and this is loop 2. I'm going to apply in the loop. KVL I'm going to apply. Observe carefully, children. In my previous video I discussed how to take the sign conventions. Here this is the galvanometer G, and here Ig is there. Then here resistor or I2 current, and here P and I1 current. I'm going to assume in the clockwise direction I'm going to travel. Here this is point A, B and D and A. You can start here. This is the current direction, this is the path direction. So this is the loop direction. Both are in the same direction. What we know, it can be taken as a negative. So I am going to write that is minus I1 into P. Then after that, so both are traveling in the same direction, it can be taken as a negative. Then after reaching to the point B, so his rising current through the resistor G, galvanometer is flowing. So then after that we'll move in this direction. Both are in the same direction. Again it can be taken as a negative. So minus IgG. After reaching this point we'll be moving like this. Observe here. Carefully observe. From A to D, I2 current is towards D. But whereas from D to A you are loop. So that means both are in opposite direction. So what you can write? You can take as a plus. Plus I2R is equal to 0. You can write I2R is equal to I1P plus IgG. You can observe in the second loop BCDB loop. Here also I am going to travel in the clockwise direction only. You can start from B to C. So suppose if we are moving from here B to C, both are in the same direction. When the both are in the same direction, we know it can be taken as a negative. Minus I3Q. Next one, if you are moving in this direction, both are in the opposite direction. So what you can write here? You can write as a plus I4S. Then after you are moving from D to B, so here this is the current direction, this is the loop direction, both are opposite direction. Even here also you can write plus IgG is equal to 0. You can write. So here I am going to write I4 S plus IgG is equal to, you can write I3Q. So if you apply simple Kirchhoff laws, you will get it very easily. Then here, suppose if the bridge is balanced, when the bridge is balanced, no current will be flows through this galvanometer. If the bridge is balanced, no current is flows through the galvanometer. If the bridge is balanced, galvanometer current Ig can be taken as a 0. So if you apply Ig is equal to 0, here already we know I1 is equal to I3 plus Ig. I1 is equal to I3 plus Ig. Ig is 0 means what you can write? I1 is equal to, you can write as a I3. Next, second, if you take I2 plus Ig is equal to I4. So Ig is 0 means I2 is equal to I4. And next equations you can see here, I2R is equal to I1P plus IgG. So you can write I2R equal to I1P. Then you can write I2R is equal to, what you can write, I1P. This I am going to take as a equation 1 here. And next one here, if you see I4S plus Ig is equal to I3Q, you can write I4S is equal to I3Q. This you can take as a equation 2. I am going to divide equation 1 upon 2. Equation 1 upon 2. If you take equation 1 upon 2, I1P divided by I3Q is equal to I2R divided by I4, yes, and already we know I1 is equal to I3. So I1, I3 gets cancelled, and I2 is equal to I4. I2 and I4 gets cancelled. Then you can write P by Q is equal to R by S. This is the balanced Wheatstone-Bridge equation. I hope everyone understand. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Please don't forget to comment, my dear children, in the comment box. Still, if you have any doubts, otherwise if you need any topic you can mention in the comment box. Still, if you need further clarification, anytime you can WhatsApp me. This is my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone liked it. Thank you.